name's Ty.
I'm Michaela.
I'm Dawson.
I'm Miranda.
I'm Kaiser. I'm Wyatt.
Andrew. My name's Aiden.
And we're your broadcast team, NAC News.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Happy New Year, Cardinals. Welcome back to This Week in NA 22, Cardinals version.
Ty has a story on This Week at NA.
Let's roll it.
The first week of 2022 was an eventful week with sports. On Tuesday, there was a boys and girls high school basketball home game against Albany, and both games resulted in a victory. On Thursday, the elementary went on an Auschwitz Union Station trip. There was also a junior high scholar bowl, and there was a high school wrestling meet at Albany. On Friday, there was a FFA Green Hand Motivational Conference. There was also a high school basketball boys and girls game at Pattonsburg, and a high school wrestling Buchanan girls tournament. On Saturday, there was a high school wrestling Mid-Buchanan boys tournament.
Why are we wearing masks?
Because there's a new COVID variant spreading around.
Dawson has a story about that.
Much remains unknown about the Omicron strand. Experts like the CDC are trying to understand more about the variant and how it affects people who are vaccinated, unvaccinated, or who have had a previous COVID infection. People who are exposed to Omicron appear to get sick faster and may have symptoms that are different from other COVID variants. The symptoms of the Omicron strand are coughing, fatigue, congestion, and runny nose, so it resembles the common cold. Unlike other COVID variants, the loss of taste and smell seems to be uncommon. The Omicron strand seems to be targeting all age groups, unlike the other variant strands of COVID. While Omicron is less severe in the lungs, it can replicate faster higher up in the respiratory tract. This means the Omicron strand may act like bronchitis. Even though South Africa was hit hard by the Omicron strand, it was among travelers who reportedly flew from Europe. The Omicron strand is spreading at a very fast rate, and scientists don't really know why. One of the theories scientists have is the vaccine does not have much effect on the Omicron strand like it did on the other COVID variants. The Omicron strand is spreading very quickly, but as not severe. Stay safe out there, Cardinals. Make sure to continue to wash your hands and stay home if you're sick. How do you think this Omicron variant differs from the other COVID variants?
Well, they're just saying that it's more transmissible, so it's staying in the air a lot longer than the other variants, which makes it a little bit more scary when you get into those large crowded areas. Other than that, the DNA obviously is different, but it's proving to be a little bit more, I guess, scary, just because of the fact that it can stay in the air a lot longer than the other variants.
And how do you think it's going to affect us here at school?
Well, I think eventually we might go back to having to wear masks, only because even though they're taking off the fact that you can't wear masks or whatever, I think you're going to see more people wearing masks only because it's going to become more prevalent in the days to come. So people are going to be a little bit more cautious, hopefully, with it.
Kara has a story about the new Spider-Man movie. Let's watch it.
On December 17th, 2021, Spider-Man No Way Home was released. This is one of the newest Marvel and Spider-Man movies with a twist. Within the movie, Peter Parker's identity was revealed from a video of Mysterio telling the world who Spider-Man is before he died. Peter ends up having to go through multiple issues with everyday life, including applying to colleges, but it also affects his close friends Ned and MJ. Peter ends up going to Doctor Strange and asking if everyone can forget who he is. The spell that Strange uses ends up going wrong and opens the multiverse to the villains who know Spider-Man is Peter Parker. As every villain is trying to take down Spider-Man, they realize that it is not the Peter Parker they originally knew. Instead of hurting Tom Holland's Spider-Man, they begin to ask where they are and what happened. As Strange tries to take the villains back home, Peter begins to try and help give the villains a second chance for when they return back home. As he is helping them out, they begin to turn on him and try to take him down. As things get worse, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire make their appearances as their respective Spider-Men, and then the trio begins. They form plans to help and heal every villain from their issues and succeed. Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man has to have everyone forget that he's Peter Parker. His identity is kept secret and he returns to fighting crime in New York. One of my personal favorite scenes was when Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man caught MJ falling from the building and redeeming himself for not being able to catch Gwen. We interviewed the high school principal, Mr. Russo, and asked him his opinion on the movie.
All right, so Spider-Man No Way Home. My experience in the movie was mixed. Not that I didn't like the movie. I was really disappointed in how lack of enthusiasm our movie theater had. But the experience itself was amazing. Amazing movie. Favorite scene, I got to go with two. Can't just go with one. So favorite scene number one is when all the three Spider-Men are swinging together. That was like a really nostalgic, awesome scene. And then the other awesome scene is when Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, saves MJ from falling. Because you remember back from Amazing Spider-Man, he's not able to do that for his girlfriend, but he does in this one. Almost enough to get emotional. I may be getting emotional right now, but, that's the way it goes. 1 to 10, definitely 10. You got to go watch it. If you're not a Marvel fan, shame on you. If you don't like Spider-Man, shame on you. You should go to move to Savannah. All right? That's it.
With this emotional roller coaster of a movie, I recommend watching it if you or someone you know hasn't. Overall, I would rate this movie a 10 out of 10.
I can't believe Betty White passed away.
She almost made it to 100.
Randa has a story about the sad passing of Betty White. Let's roll it.
Betty White once said, "Everybody needs a passion. That's what keeps life interesting. If you live without passion, you can go through life without leaving any footprints." Betty did just the opposite. She left many footprints. Behind her, Betty left a world of people with a whole lot of passion. Betty White was born on January 17, 1922 in Oak Park, Illinois. Her full name was Betty Marion White Loudon. Betty grew up as an only child and made a move to Los Angeles with her parents when she was 2 years old. White started her career out as an assistant in a television station. After that, she launched her first television series called Life with Elizabeth. Slowly through the years, she began to make guest appearances on shows, and she would participate in talk shows as well. White started in her first career-boosting show, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, where she won 2 Emmys. Later, White went on to play her best-known character, Rose Nyland, in the show The Golden Girls. The show lasted for 7 seasons and became very popular. White ended up surpassing all of her co-stars in life and lived to be 99 years old. White died in her sleep due to natural causes on December 31st, 2021, leaving behind a life loved by all and a legacy rightfully deserved. A teacher at the North Andrews School was interviewed to get his opinion and thoughts on the death of Betty White.
What was your favorite thing about Betty White?
I think my favorite thing about her was her constant effort towards making animals' lives better.
Okay, and what was your favorite show or movie she started?
Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls, yeah. How long have you been a fan of Betty White?
Since I was probably 5, when I was at my daycare, my babysitter would put it on every morning, and so I'd watch it with her while she drank her coffee.
Okay, and how did you react whenever you found out she had died?
I didn't believe it. I got on Google and I looked at 3 different sites before I finally agreed with what they said.
Okay, and do you have anything to add?
Yeah, the queen should have died before she.
I'm Michaela,
I'm Andrew.
and that was NAC News.
Have a great week, Cardinals.
Hey, we still have Betty White, Andrew.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. She died. Rest in peace.